Football fans tribe over here with the interview Nigeria football fans. After matches, I will give you Nigeria football fan content back to back. So if you're new, please click that subscribe button. Also, before you leave, I beg, just like the video. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Manchester United with a, I think now 5-4, I'll be 6-5 penalty win, qualifying.
7-6.
Okay, 7-6, qualifying for the last and final step for the FA Cup, and what a win for Manchester United. After the calamity on Saturday, on Thursday, this was the only way. And how they feel, Henry? 2 JC, 1 match.
This one now for peace.
Mm-hmm.
This one now for people who like violence. See, yes, now.
Yeah.
It's not happening for the first time. If you remember, we've been losing. There was a time we drew 2-2 the first leg. Then we win our weekend game. I guess that should be
that was
Nottingham Forest.
Forest, yes.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
So before the game today, people were like asking, how is Manchester United going to respond to that embarrassing defeat?
Yeah.
And I keep telling people who cares to listen, what happened at Sevilla was never a fluke. It was predicted.
Yeah, it was
historically coming. By history, it favors them. Then by our current team, by our form and the injury at hand, everything favors them. Yeah. The only thing maybe people didn't see coming was the 3-0 scoreline.
Yeah.
That was what people didn't see coming. Then today, we have only 2 objectives: to get to FA Cup final and keep our chase in the top 4 race.
Yeah, true.
Well, funny enough, we have this problem of lack of squad depth, as I've been complaining. So we managed to grind out a penalty shootout win.
Yeah. Which
is what you can get when you play a one-off game. In a knockout game like this, where there is no chance for redemption. So you do what you can do to grind out a win at Wembley, because going to Wembley is an honor already.
Yeah.
It's a privilege for every footballer to get to Wembley. So when you get there, you give all. Fortunately for Manchester United today, who happens to be at the winning side. So congratulations to Manchester United team and every Manchester United all over the world.
Yeah, yeah. Did Ten Hag come up with the right lineup? Because it felt like Rashford was not like fully ready for this match, but he just got throw him in there. You understand? Based on, say, as you said, it's a one-off, and if you lose this one, FA Cup is off.
The question is, if you drop a 28 when he's fit to play, who will you play ahead of him?
If you drop one, just recap.
Like if you drop a man with 28 goals, if you drop him on the bench, who will you start?
Exactly.
In a Man City team today, Rashford won't start. Let's assume Rashford is selling Haaland, and he came back from injury, and he's not at his best. He's trying to come up. He won't start.
Definitely.
But he's starting because there is no Julian Alvarez. You remember when Gabriel Jesus was injured? There is no Nketiah.
Yeah. Nobody.
There's no Martinelli. So Rashford is all we have. So anytime he passed that match fitness test, you guys play him. So that's the only reason why he starts. Talk about the lineup, the starting lineup. He got it right because we played what we have.
Yeah.
What we lined up today is exactly what we have.
And again, the substitutions too was on point as well. The point he pulled out.
I think I disagree with him on the substitution.
Okay.
Because the time he subbed Eriksen. When he subbed Eriksen, I was thinking he should have subbed out Martial.
Okay.
That same time. Because if you watch the game from the beginning at the end of the second half, Eriksen was no longer in the game.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
He do that one. Now that one no give you joy. At least he did the one.
He subbed Eriksen second half. Eriksen should have left the pitch from the dressing room after the first half.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Believe you me, I think luck was on our side today.
Mm.
Because in a game like this, you need to take every chance you have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch when Fred came in, the game changed.
Yeah.
In as much as Eriksen is an intelligent player who can pick up passes, make that good passes. But when you play against a physical team like Brighton, you need midfielders who can return, who
Mm-hmm.
can mark ball foot to foot. Eriksen wasn't doing that. So
Exactly.
When Fred came in, he was running around the pitch, making that necessary marking.
Yeah.
You also saw Vegas. In as much as all of us know Vegas is not good when it comes to scoring goals. He has played
Mm.
nothing less than 25 games with Manchester United. He just have 2 goals. But
Mm-hmm.
he is that man that can mark ball.
Yeah.
He pressurized the defenders. He keep them back. He don't allow them to come out. So I was thinking, maybe had it been he subbed Martial and Eriksen at the same time, coming with Vegas or Sabisa and Fred, maybe we would have, nobody knows, would have gotten a goal before the penalty shootout. Because
Mm.
when Fred came in, he gave that midfield a little bit of stability.
Uh-huh.
Casemiro now relaxed a bit. Casemiro now became even a little bit offensive.
Yeah.
Because if you check during the game, Casemiro was so careful and mindful of
Mm-hmm.
Lindelof and Luke Shaw.
Yes, it
So he
was.
wasn't going up front. He was very careful, trying to cover up. But when Fred came in now, you start seeing him making some runs, shooting, and trying to take position in the up front.
Yeah. Very true.
So I think in the starting lineup, he got it right. But during the substitution, I don't think he didn't make the early necessary substitutions. That's my opinion, Sha.
Mm. Interesting. And then the game was I don't know, Brighton they took control sha, for many points in the game. Brighton were very much in control, and that defense, did they satisfy you with the way they were able to cope with Mitoma, March, Gross, McAllister, and the rest of them?
But look at it this way now.
Mm.
We played against Mitoma,
Yeah.
McAllister,
Mm.
and the only natural centre back we had today was Lindelof.
Was Lindelof, yeah.
And Luke Shaw was class today.
Yes, it was. I agree.
Yeah, Luke Shaw played well. So imagine soaking that pressure. They possessed the game. They had 60 something ball possession as against Manchester United 30 something.
Mm-hmm.
We had nothing less than 3 corners in the whole of the game. They had about 8.
Yeah.
We had 15 shots each. Then we had 6 on target. They had 5.
Mm.
But when a team had about 8 corners against you, possessed the game 60 something, you now believe the fact that the 5 and 6 managed their game.
Very well. I agree.
Luke Shaw was able to cover for Dalot when Dalot go up front. Even
Yeah.
when Malacia came in, you still see Luke Shaw doing that natural crossing of a fullback from that 3 while Malacia sit back.
Mm-hmm.
So if we play a Brighton 120 minutes with Lindelof as the only natural full centre back, and we couldn't concede a goal, I think it's a plus to us.
And then was it
But
the gear performance too it was in that one, right? The defense
he
did
has
so
been the
good
man.
because yeah.
He has been the man.
Mm.
Outside David Gay there, we won't survive the game till the penalty shootout.
And speaking of that penalty shootout now, when the subs Ten Hag removed Eriksen, removed Bruno Fernandes, arguably plus or minus, let's say Manchester United's best kickers, you understand, and finding out that
And
it has gone into penalty and with the players on the pitch, you been there confident at all?
Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Most of the time people will ask you if you know better than the manager.
Mm.
But people also forget that in the history of footballing management as a career, you hardly see people go into it from their day one.
Yeah.
This footballing management is something people venture into after their first career.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can see what the manager cannot see.
Yeah, very possible.
For example, at Old Trafford during the Europa game, remember, we lost that game Mostly down to the fact that when Martinez got that injury, there was nobody else to sub. We have finished with our substitution.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was asking, you are winning the game. Why subbing 3 players at the same time?
Exactly.
You know, so if you check this game today, why people like you and me, we are seeing this game going down to penalty. The heck wasn't seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Wanted to
throwing
win it.
everything here.
Mm.
He was busy throwing everything he has on the pitch to see if he can get the goal before 90 minutes.
Mm.
Then the 90 minutes came to an end. The extra time 30 minutes come to an end. Then I was surprised. I saw people like Vegas getting the best penalty.
As
Because when
in,
he picked the ball, I left the field center. I'm not being truthful to you now. Immediately he picked the ball, I left the field center.
guy, where we dey watch the game, people say, hey, oh boy, my fans won't
Like,
die.
where I was, people were shouting zero confidence, zero confidence. And when he was about to take he was busy looking at the stand. And remember what Ronaldo said? He said, when you want to take a penalty, don't look at the stand.
Yeah.
Because the noise from the stand, remember, the last time Brighton visit Wembley, that should be 40 years ago, 1983, when we played against them 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
That was the last time. And if you watch the game, when they came, their fans were busy jubilating like the Newcastle fans 8 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Man U fans were very calm because they are used to Wembley.
Mm.
So now you looking at the fans before you take an important penalty. I left the view center. I left only for him to finish his penalty very calm.
Yeah.
Fact that everything worked for Manchester United today. The Digger save, the defensive block, the substitution, everybody played to his best today. Aside Eriksen, due to his lack of fitness. Even at the latter stage of the game, Rashford came up.
Yeah.
Especially when Martial left the game. Rashford now positioned at the striking position and he started shooting. He started threatening the Brighton defenders.
Exactly, man. All right. Finally, now chances of beating Man City out of 100%. How are you feeling?
40.
40. Fair enough.
40 over 100.
40 high, self. With you, I know you. I know your way, but 40 high, self. But no wahala. Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like on all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.